The funeral ceremony of Iran's late Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has entered the third day. Millions came out to pay their final respects to the mortal remains. Their families. A sea of red flags covered the streets of Tehran as the casket of the late Supreme Leader was taken out for a procession. Massive crowds gathered on the streets leading to Tehran's iconic Azadi Square. Khamenei's remains will travel through the city for nearly 10 to 12 hours. Authorities have shut down streets, airspace, normal commute. The coffin being paraded in large trucks with mourners waving Iranian flags and red banners. They're raising slogans calling for the revenge of Khamenei's assassination.
Our primary goal from attending this ceremony is seeking revenge for our martyred Imam. We are not here to see him off. Our Imam is among us right now. Martyrs are alive.
The main coffin is adorned with the national flag of Iran and topped with Khamenei's signature black turban. 4 smaller caskets of the family members were also paraded. These include Khamenei's eldest daughter, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, and his granddaughter. All of them were killed in the joint Israeli and American strike on the 28th of February. Khamenei's son-in-law and father of the 14-month-old took part in the funeral ceremony. Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian, the foreign minister, the Quds Force chief, the IRGC commander were also present, among the millions in Iran's capital. Earlier, Khamenei's 3 sons attended the public funeral ceremony, but his son and successor and the current supreme leader has remained absent reportedly from the public eye. From Tehran, Khamenei's remains will be taken to Qom, Najaf and Karbala, the great Shiite centers of Iran and Iraq, before being laid to rest at the Imam Reza Shrine in Mashhad on the 9th of July. And let's discuss more about what we just saw, those images, and what's happening on the ground in Iran. With us on the broadcast is a very special guest, Associate Professor, Faculty of World Studies at the University of Tehran, with us on the broadcast from Tehran. Thanks very much for being here. Lay out for our viewers the significance, also the symbolism that we are seeing in terms of those visuals, in terms of those statements that have been coming in from those on the ground, because we're talking also about, in a way, a message that Iran is sending out.
Yes, we had millions of people in the middle of summer. You know, it's quite hot, about 40 degrees. Coming out almost all day and showing something that is not seen in recent memories. We haven't had a funeral ceremony with this images coming. Maybe the last time the world saw something like this was Gandhi's ceremony, and I'm not sure if millions of people showed up for that. So this is quite unique. This is a very historical day for Iran, and I think it's a historical day for the humanity, because the leader of Iran was assassinated illegally by the Epstein class, by people who engaged in a genocide in Gaza, killed more than 70,000 people there, mostly women and children. So we had the civilized world mourning a very great revolutionary and condemning these type of terrorist attacks by people who like to kill little Iranian girls and rape little American girls. So it's quite clear the world has a choice, civilization or genocide. And I think most of the people all around the world, especially after seeing these pictures, they side with civilization.
Right. Let's also talk about the circumstances and the larger picture here under which this funeral ceremony is taking place. Of course, a delayed one because of the war, and coming at a time when we already have a precarious situation in the region overall. The current supreme leader also reportedly has been absent from public eye as far as those ceremonies are concerned. Also, the reaction that has come in, for example, from the United States. What do you make of the sentiment on the ground and beyond that's also emanating as a result of these developments?
So people in Iran are sending this message that there is this culture of resistance here. You know, Iranians have suffered a lot, not just this year. Iran has been under sanctions, heavy sanctions, for 47 years, since 1979. And the country has managed to survive and grow. These missiles that saved Iran were made inside the country with indigenous technology. So the message that Iranians are sending is that it's possible to resist American hegemony, Israeli hegemony, and survive and grow and basically defeat the other side. Why? Because they were planning to take over Iranian oil and change Iran's borders. This is what Trump said.
All right.
So this is the message that people are sending from here.
All right. We're leaving it there for the moment. Thanks very much for joining us on the broadcast and sharing your perspectives and insights.
Thank you.
Thank you.